Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to the channel, man, to another episode. Glad to have you back. It is Monday. I was in church yesterday, and I made a statement to everybody that I truly live by. I go by that now, and that's the idea that convincing the world that good no longer exists, I think it's the devil's biggest trick. Because when I'm looking at the headlines and these news feeds, I'll tell most of you, you see these things on Facebook, a lot of news feeds and a lot of things by AI designed to get a reaction from you, some kind of violent reaction or hateful rhetoric. A lot of it's fake. A lot of it is real. And been noticing, like I spoke in the past about black truck drivers disappearing and nobody knows where they're at, and I think it's a lot of hateful rhetoric, man, and kind of a race war going on, and the media don't talk about it. And this first one, everybody's seen the video. I don't have the video. If I had it, I'd show it. But the lady in the subway, guy pours gas on her, sets her on fire because he don't like her skin color. She's white. Media really not putting a whole lot into it, but just saying a man sets girl on fire and that's it, not going on any details. Then there was a Dollar General somewhere in some state. Black guy stabs a white girl to death. No real, no reason, without provocation, just don't like her skin color. And another news feed was a elderly white gentleman that happened to have a assistant dog. He was a veteran. He had a dog with him that could help detect seizures or anything like that. He had a lot of medical issues, very frail. And he's walking in the doorway of the grocery store, and there's a big black Hulk looking guy, he don't like the dog. And the man's real apologetic. I'm sorry, I had to. He just hauls off and punches the man down, knocks him out. They're just, This is what I think, You sons of bitches, you pick the battles you can win and you pick weak and frail people. What I got to say to that is, why don't you jump Joe Rogan or Tyrus when they're walking in the store, walking in the door, got a dog with him or something? Why don't you launch assault on him? You know why you won't? Because you'll get your ass handed to you. Then you're going to sue. Oh, now you're the victim. Let me tell you something. If you start something and you get your ass whipped, you ain't the victim. There's all this crap going on, and every time I see this kind of stuff, people get arrested, all of a sudden they're the victim. You just unlife somebody. How are you the victim? What are you a victim of? Huh? Explain that. And who gives you the right to decide a heaven or hell to put somebody in? I ain't got a heaven or hell to put anybody in. I don't hate people that bad. You don't like white people, stay away from them. Same with blacks. You don't like black people, hell, stay away. We're going to have hate till the end of time. But we got to meet in the middle, man. And, we got to get a hold of our people, because we got them on both sides, man. I think that's the deal behind the truck drivers missing, is what I think. And then the other day, down from where I stay at Myrtle Beach, a woman, a white lady, middle-aged lady, she's fishing on the pier, minding her business. She's fishing, catching her some fish, doing her thing. Ain't said a word to nobody. Old black guy walks up behind her, boy, punches her in the back and punches her in the back of the head. Almost knocks her out. because they don't like her skin color. They say that's what he's ranting about. He ends up getting arrested and charged, and they release him. He's back on the pier an hour later harassing other people. Why? Because he's got mental issues. And here's another thing I'm going to tell you with my experience with working the field. Okay? We do have a lot of mental people out there. I can admit that. But a lot of this crap is bull crap. They use that as an excuse to get away with everything. They know what they're doing. They use it as an excuse to get away with everything. Down where I live at, we had the news coverage was nationwide with the little Mexican girl, Aguilera, that disappeared, and the guy killed her, unlived her, and put her in a pond, and the body was found later on, and he come up talking about too unfit to stand trial, and I mean, he's going to be in jail the rest of his life. He should have got the death penalty. But that's the excuse he made when I'm in. They want nothing wrong with that darn fool. I've arrested him several times when I worked in the little town that I worked for. He knows what the heck he's doing. I knew that idiot. Come on now. Yeah, you do got mental people, but then you got people that use it. Then there's an elderly lady on a bus. She's not saying nothing to nobody. She's an old white elderly lady in her 80s. She's on the bus, and this big King Kong looking black woman just jumps her and beats the heck out of her just for no provocation. Now, if the woman would have said something to her to set her off, hey, I understand that. I get that. I get it. But she didn't. She just hauled off and beat the hell out of her because it's in the front seat. That woman would make 4 of me, And then here's the icing on the cake. We had a road rage deal in Knightdale, North Carolina, some kind of minor traffic wreck or something. And there's an old elderly white man and a big hulking looking dude. And he's walking up on the old man, and the old man's backing up with his hand up, like, ho, ho, ho. And he reaches to get a pistol. He said, ho, man, I don't want no trouble. So he's trying to defuse everything. Well, the big guy pushes him down. Pop! Now he's a memory. Okay? People are getting tired of this bull crap. What they call it, fatigue. They're getting tired of it. And it's starting to go on and on. I think I heard on the news this morning there were 2 more road rage shootings. But, you guys can keep doing the stuff, you're going to get what you're asking for, I'm telling you. I know you're going to get what you're asking for. I don't promote it. I don't like it. I don't like any of this stuff. All this hate, it ain't nothing but rhetoric to get us to fight each other. That's all it is. They want a bunch of chaos. That's all they want. And you're falling right into the darn trap all the time. People's attitude has changed when you go out. The attitudes have changed. They're walking like zombies everywhere they go. You can see them. They're on that phone. It's like they got a task at hand, like they're in a hurry going nowhere. They don't want to talk, don't want to, if I see you, I'll nod my head, hey, that's just a gesture, courteous gesture, hey, how you doing? Some people you walking, what are you looking at, da-da-da-da-da, So, and that's when you got to be on your defense all the time. You can't even go shopping without seeing something go on, somebody having drama with the clerk or whatever, and just over skin colors. This stuff's, man, come on. It's like tribalism. Are we back in the dark ages again? But that's what I'm saying. What gives you the right to decide a heaven or hell to put a person in? And you pick the battles you can win. Why don't you pick somebody that gives you something back to you? Black, white, whatever. Why don't you do that? That's what tickled me. I could see Tyrus walking in the store and somebody trying to launch an assault on him. As soon as he whips that ass, oh, I'm going to sue you. No, you started it. You got what you asked for. Quit making yourself victims of things that you create on your own. Okay? If you were a real victim of something, then we can see that when the smoke clears. But when you start stuff and it don't go your way, you're not a victim. Okay? Y'all, if you like what you see and hear me, hit like and subscribe, and I'll do some more videos. Try to be a better person each day that goes by, man, and help ease the tensions down with our people, okay? Have a good one.